Welcome to episode 2. As you can imagine, I forgot to record this intro, so here it is. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Shifting gears as a founder is one of the most complex activities you'll undertake. Over the past 4 years, I've focused on building the operations and systems for friends to run smoothly every day, every week. This involved not only planning for the future, but also managing the daily and weekly tasks to keep the team on track. With Esteban stepping into the role of COO, I faced a significant challenge. I no longer have a comfort zone to crawl back to when I need a pick me up, a task that I'm sure I can do and bring value. This transition meant I could no longer rely on familiar routines when I needed a boost. Instead of speeding up, I ended up finding value in slowing down my thinking, allowing me to manage my anxieties, embracing my risk averse nature to ultimately move faster and more effectively. My dad used to say, slow down if you want to go fast. If this sounds counterintuitive, incompatible, even, then you're not alone. So let's dive in into this month episode of Chill and Skills. Look back. When I was young, my dad taught me to create little compartment, like little boxes. Work is work, not personal. Do not bring your job troubles and your life troubles to each other's. I think we all heard this before. As an employee, I kept my professional and personal lives separate, believing this compartmentalization was key to success. However, as I transitioned into management, I started to notice cracks on my dad's logic. The relationships I built felt superficial, that didn't resonate with me at all. I like depth, and by compartmentalizing it, I was being shallow myself. When Esteban and I founded Friends, we were clear about bringing our whole selves to work, embracing the good and the quirky, our love for music and anime, video games, and also relaxing afternoons with a drink and a good chunk of friends. However, as we've grown, defining our vision has become crucial. The EOS framework that I talked last month has been instrumental in this process, helping us uncover our vision, much like a sculpture reveals a statue from marble. Creating the Friends Handbook, yes, it's a work in progress, it's coming in later this year, has given us a centralized place to articulate our values, to write them down and put them next to our culture and our priorities. And these are the tools that we are currently using to chisel away our vision. Now, I don't want to misguide anyone. It is a long process, and we will continue to chisel out this vision throughout 2024. We hope that the way we communicate and interact with our clients and audience will be even more authentic and clear. Michael Gerber's advice from the E-Myth to work on your business rather than in it is both obvious and challenging. I'm okay being the turtle and not the hare in this case. For 4 years, it was my responsibility to know the ins and outs of our business. I felt I was not prepared to do the jump. I still don't, but here we are. In these 4 years, the team grew, learned, got challenged, failed, and won. We won enough to still be a business. So definitely I'll put that in the win columns. For me, instead of choosing the just do it approach, we chose a bit of gradual improvement. The team set up their own project management tool. Luckily, they chose again ClickUp. The PM took over planning, making everyone interested in planning their own time. And the tech leads kept pushing the bar on accountability, efficiency, and it's amazing to see. your team improving right in front of your eyes. So, with that, I took the crazy step. I went ahead and I muted all my Slack channels. I know, right? Crazy. That's all my secret sauce. But ironically, the team used to depend on me for many decisions and quick responses. Now, they will have to reach out to me, explain it from scratch, and get what I hope it would be a good response from me. I expect there to be some, minor issues and frictions while we adapt. I just needed to grow as a leader too. So this requires me to ask better questions, provide better updates, get better updates, so I don't look lost when I'm talking to clients. This initiative is in its infancy, just a few weeks as you are reading this. We're already seeing an uptick on efficiency internally. We hope we can continue this path and bring a few additional support roles closer to end of the year. On other news, the growth experiment continues. Our goal was to answer only one question. What one activity has the most return on investment by hitting multiple distribution channels and at least three strategic pillars? Disclaimer, I have zero idea if this is a valid strategy. Uh, but this is as coherent as I can get it. And I you guys know now by now, I never worked in marketing or growth. So for me, certain actions from marketing teams feel like professional spaghetti throwing to the wall and see if it sticks kind of things. I'm a firm believer that we need to try everything with an objective or goal in mind. That is my only caveat. After about 5 weeks of workshops and some testing, I believe we have our top three. Number one, email marketing. Number two, content strategy. And three, event highlighting and sponsorship and affiliations. That sounds like a lot of things at the same time, but basically interactive learning campaigns and client courses. I'll go into detail if you want on another post on how we actually found these three, how they are all answering our main question. The actual work starts now as we move into tactics and executions for those three pillars, and we expect to identify that one thing that will become our cornerstone out of all of those three. Over the course of the last 4 years, Friends completed about 150 projects, from the simple but challenging early days to the super optimized one day branding, design, development, and go live project that we completed in about 6 hours. Our biggest takeaway: choose the right client partner, and the project will be a breeze. I'm still amazed for the project that we did for Sony Music. I think it was about a year ago when we started at 6 a.m. in the morning for real with the client call and ended at noon with a full site build from idea, branding, design, development, marketing, and to go live. I love working with clients that trust our process and want to co create with us. During Q1, we reflected on how each type of client and company pairs with our process. I gotta be honest, it was a humbling experience when you're the CEO and you see how many times you accepted a client that you should have passed. In hindsight, everything is much clearer, right? The result? We decided that we won't entertain requests that require hourly rates or that force any sort of time tracking. Our bottom line is we don't like counting hours. We avoided billing by the hours or per small task for years. And we most certainly don't enjoy discussing how many hours it takes to build or solve a particular little feature. It's worth mentioning that not counting hours should not be confused or understood as lack of task tracking, planning, and optimization. Our process has at least, and I would say that as a minimum, 6 moments when a client is expected to join our QA, our revisions with our team live. We try to remind the clients that they hired us because we are experts in what we are doing. For us, it really means that we do the right thing at the right time and for the right price. So for me, it's rather a big red flag when it shows up a disconnect on this level in the middle of a project. Big shout out to our new account manager and project manager, Jaime. Is doing an excellent work at keeping clear expectations with the client with a great emphasis on communications. We'll begin to see the results closer to Q4, but I get excited when I think of where we'll be in December. I'm ashamed for not being a better marketer for my own company. We've spent the last 4 years working with what's called founder led sales, which is just basically me and Esteban doing whatever needs to be done to get business. I know that sounds sketchy. It's not, I promise. It's mostly the default mindset of any first time founders. We have to sell our business, we have to sell our services, no matter what. We bring home the bacon every time. Our teams, their families, people depend on it. But when we want to reach scale or work on different projects, the need of an actual sales process or team becomes clear. Since our Buenos Aires event in June of 2023, we've been experimenting with the sales team. Started with an awesome sales guys, shout out to Ignacio, and then grew up to have our friends Drew from Webflow join as a sales lead. Their help improving our CRM, testing different sales tactics was great, and we learned a lot. Unfortunately, these times the results weren't there. Over a period of 12 months, we only managed to officially close 2 deals from that sales pipeline. It was clear that something else was amiss, that was not related to emailing or the actual sales calls. So we turned our eyes to the counterpart of sales, marketing. Our marketing efforts so far had failed at generating direct revenue, but they have allowed us to have at least an acceptable starting point. We choose to cover our knowledge gap with brute force for now. For example, I'm producing this series. Our social media manager, Nico, is learning and tackling the possible interactive learning experience using Instagram shorts. And the rest of our team has at least 2 more initiatives that may show up on this short list of 2, later on this year. This approach will last at least until the end of the year. Once we have enough data about our efforts, I'll share the results. Honestly, I don't know if this is going to work, and I'm okay if it doesn't. What really matters to me is that around me right now I have a community of people that really, truly, undoubtedly are helping me behind the scenes. So, once again, being a founder is not a solo process. You can have people around you. So, I'm going to take this moment to shout out a few people. First and foremost, Big Martinez, founder of Breadcrumbs. He's the one keeping me as honest as possible with this process. All of my back experience, my willingness to do more and crazy things are actually a detriment if I want to learn how to do this right. Benton from Noom Studio. He introduced me to Build Space, a great community, and you guys have been seeing how I've been leveraging them. Colin Brady, she has the most caring and on point feedback for me always. I'm sure I won't get it right the first time, but thanks to you all, it will be significantly less wrong. We won't step away from polishing and investing in our sales team. It's critical to maintain the amazing client experiences that we have. And basically, that it's our pride and joy. But for all of you that dare to listen up to this point, this round goes for marketing. And that's it. That's a wrap for episode number 2. Yes, this is another forgotten take. If you like to see how I stop screwing this up and keep growing my ability to record these videos, and you see how Friends keeps on growing and getting better, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and tune back in for episode number 3 coming on August 26th. Have a good one.